It's a difficult question, and it's going to be subjected to everybody. I mean, there's no better pastime and escapism than playing guitar, especially at a high level. But I don't know. It's a difficult one. Oof. Better rhythm and strumming. I'm past a minute, but I'm strumming. But my strumming is ass. Tighten it up. Go back to simple. Play along to drum beats all the time. When I was growing up, drum beats and drum machines, that was my go-to. Even when I had any kind of form of guitar lessons, you know, drum beats was always on. Are you frustrated and flustered at the moment? No. Where's my mouse gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Has the mouse gone now? Or do we have a mouse? What happened? I don't even have a mouse now. What? Are we even still live? Let's go to the trackpad.
Okay.
Hi
George, how you doing?
Well, this is highly weird. The trackpad is controlling the iPad, and my mouse is controlling the iPad. What? Let's just turn that Bluetooth off on the iPad. What? This is in...
Okay.
My mouse is actually a cursor on the iPad. Both of them.
So, I'll dig out a track. Oh, hello everybody. Yes. Let's play a track. Let's find a track. I've had to mute Thomas off actually. Is he...
It's for like...
Still talking there. Right, let's find something. What should we do? Let's try this. Excellent. What's my favourite kind of pizza classic? Right, well, sometimes I do like ham and pineapple. Pepperoni's good too. Oh, Thomas, there you are. Are you still on the... I'll just switch your mic on. Right, are you there still? No, okay. Pasta bakes are... Yes, actually, I had one today. I did. I had a bolognese pasta bake. Yeah, it would be great. Thanks, Chili. Yeah, it'd be great to have some more subscribers. Would be very, very cool. No, I don't think pineapple on lasagna would be a good combination. No, I don't think it would be nice. Another thing I like to have pineapple with though is you can get this like powder from Waitrose, which if you're in England, I don't know if you have it anywhere else, but in Waitrose they have this really nice like powder, like jerk, like spices, and I like to put that on salmon and have that and have pineapple with that as well, and then you cook it obviously, but it's great, tastes amazing. Oh, thanks, Rich. Yeah, no, this is fun. This is really good. It's not what I usually do on my streams. Often, sort of my streams are like me. Well, for a start, like all the streams are like early in the morning. For me, it's 5:30 in the morning here in the UK when I start. Usually Monday to Friday. Is it? Waitrose is for posh people. Yeah, it's one of my favourite shops. That's and Marks. Waitrose and Marks. Yeah, smart. It's 5:30 in the morning, but you can at 5:30 in the morning is when I always do my creative heavy lift in the studio. It's where I write all my music, and you get to see the process that I use to create lots and lots of music. Mm-hmm. Parmos, I think they come from Middlesbrough, don't they? So that probably Middlesbrough's the best place. What time is it now? It's 10 p.m. exactly. Okay. What should we play? Right, I'll try and pretend. Right, I'll try and pretend I'm Thomas or something and do Locked In. Because I haven't played over this for a while. There we go. And that was Locked In from Riding Out, which was one of our very first tracks. Probably like the third one, I think. It's also one of my favourite as well. I think Thomas's solos on that are absolutely amazing. Alright, what are we talking about? Food, very good. I have milk steak boiled. That sounds interesting. So what do? You just boil steak in milk? Alright, thanks Troll, getting the clap there. Ketchup red. Talking about colours though, I think I'm going to change guitars. Hyperdrive. So, I mean, this is a lovely colour, isn't it? So I love this guitar. It's absolutely amazing, the variation in tone you get out of it. So it's great. The only thing, it's like headstock, isn't it? So it's like, it feels absolutely massive. Actually, I can't remember what I used there. The Time Prophet. Am I using mainly legato? Now, the thing behind me and legato is the reason I kind of decided to focus in on doing legato is because it contrasts really well when Thomas plays. Although Thomas is like very good at legato as well. He does a lot. Like picking's his thing, isn't it? And so if he does a lot of picking, I'll tend to come in with legato because it just comes in nice, or contrasts well. But yeah, that's all hammer-ons and pull-offs only. So. Removable headstock. I don't think it would look right, would it, without a headstock? But yeah, I mean, I do picking as well. All right, yes, that's a good question, Skybase. Actually, these are my favourite pickups. The thing I like about them is they really have an edge that cuts through. They're really cutting. There's a lot of presence, but it's not like ear bleeding presence. It's very, very comfortable. It's a very, very sort of tight, punchy sound. So yeah. These are great. Okay, let's do something else then. What can we jam over? So let's have a look. Waiting for the right time. We could try this. What key is it in? D minor. This is a legato type track, isn't it? Right, this is the awkward kind of interval bit, isn't it? Quick, think of something. So yeah, some questions, right? So we had a few. Yeah, get some hairspray. I could try that. I could get like some kind of glam hair going, couldn't I? Might be funny for a session. So Time Prophet, I wonder what really shaping your sound. The pickups or the effects you are using. It's a combination of all of the parts. That's what it is. It's a combination of all of the parts. So the way my setup works is, so my main lead tone, this one. So that main lead tone, that's the Neural DSP Soldano plugin. That's what that is. So that's the main sort of lead and rhythm and everything. But the actual effects that I'm using, the reverb and delay are Ableton Live stock. So it's the Ableton Echo. Good thing about the Ableton Echo is it's got like a little compressor on it, and it kind of sidechain compressor, and it just like ducks the delay out of the way of the notes when you're soloing, so that's really good. So you just get a bit of clarity then. It doesn't push your guitar too far back in the mix. And then the Ableton Reverb's really good. Thomas got me onto this one actually. What's really good about that Ableton Reverb is it's got the decay on it is really, really dirty. It's not like what you would class as a really amazing reverb, but the decay has this almost synth-like quality in the decays. You know, it's nice and thick and it just sort of like hangs there. Especially if you really like crank it for long times, you know. Yeah, I've never really actually I don't think I've even seen Reaper, but I've heard lots of good stuff about it. Like a lot of like rock kind of producers, engineers use it, don't they? Oh, good. Carl's here. Yes, the whammy bar. Another one of my favourite things. Wow, we've got 26 people on. Oh no, is that 26 thumbs up? How many have we got on? 28 watching. This isn't amazing. That's like a record for me. So if everybody can subscribe to my channel, there's lots of like great things that happen in there, because you'll see me making music in the studio, and any questions you ask me I'll answer, and I'll kind of show you what I'm doing, and I'll also give you a little glimpse into how I produce a lot of music. One of the interesting things about me is I stopped shredding for quite a while in my music career, and I produced, at one point of it, I produced an absolute ton of house music. There was 122 releases I did signed to different labels, and I charted 7 times. And I had a company called Two Dutch who were really good, managing me as a producer for a while, for a couple of years as well. So that's what I was doing, and then obviously like the kind of Thomas was like, "Oh, do you fancy doing something?" And that's how kind of McRocklin and Hutch started. But the funny thing was I didn't play guitar straight away in the project. I was playing keyboards, and I can't play keyboards, but I was making synthwave, which was great because I was doing a lot of house music. And where I ended up with house music, I was doing tech house, and the thing with tech house, it's all driving bass and percussion. There's not much melody to it, so the whole synthwave thing kind of really came at the right time for me. Did Joe Elliott from Def Leppard copy my hairstyle? Well, maybe he did. I must admit, right, when I go to the hairdressers, though, I do ask, I say, all right, it's got to look kind of like Kurt Cobain, right, because that's like the cliche, isn't it, with my hair? It's got to look like Kurt Cobain, but modern. So I do have like these kind of fancy layers cut into it. Funny, innit? So the thing is, you got to be careful if you're gonna get like, you know, being a bloke, you know, getting layers cut into your hair. You got to get the right hairdresser who understands how to do masculine type layers and gets it to look, you know, because it's got to look a little bit jagged and a little bit kind of punky, you know. So you want that Kurt Cobain kind of punk thing going on. So time for It's Okay. Mine looks like Slash from Guns N' Roses. That's great hair though, isn't it? That's amazing hair. I mean, there's like so much of it as well. So yeah, the upkeep on that kind of hair must be hard, isn't it? I mean, I'm lucky with mine. I don't have to do anything. I don't even bother like brushing it, apart from like when there's occasional tats, you know. Funny how we're onto hair. I'm spending as much time talking about hair as music. Bruce Dickinson hair, you know, that's also great hair. It's long and flowing. Very good. Very good rock hair, that, isn't it? So I better do another tune. Oh, there you go. Your wife's a hairdresser. Time Prophet. Brilliant. That's such an advantage, isn't it? Well, it's funny you should say hair metal. So a few streams ago, we had some rock stuff, didn't we? Some metal things. So, right, we've got to play some of this. So what have we got? Right, I'm going to go for the what is it? Right, should we do some neoclassical metal in the key of A minor? Here we go. Not sure if I'm ready for this, but the guitar is, I know that. What was that? That was just mad. That was just madness, wasn't it? I couldn't remember many licks though, but there was a lot of notes, wasn't there? And like a lot of picking. My wrist was starting to cramp up. It's quite funny. So I was only, I was only using like legato to give my wrist a rest. Oh, cheers, guys. That's brilliant. So I'm going to swap back to. I need an easier ride now. Oh, thanks, Sean. Oh, this is so light. I mean, it's absolutely awesome that the hyperdrive to play, but I must admit, headless HDs are so comfortable. I mean, everything about it's just great. Alright, let's have a look. Should we do some more rock? So I think you could do something like that. We've got to find a ballad, haven't we? Right, here's a ballad in F sharp minor. Actually, I'll tell you what, before I start, oops, I'm going to open a beer. I'm going to need something to drink. So, non-alcoholic, by the way. So, Time Prophet, I use a combination of Reaper, but if I want keyboards, I use Reason 5. Yeah, Reason 5 is good. Now, synths and music production are my thing. Big style. So I absolutely love synths. I mean, I keep things simple these days, I must admit. But my favourite synth at the minute, actually, I've gone back to using it because I stopped using it for a while, is Diva. Diva's great. It's good multi-purpose, virtual sort of like analog. I mean, I say virtual analog, it's almost like analog, but it pretends to be classic analog synths. You buy one synth, and in that synth, you get sort of like a Moog, you get like a Korg MS, you get like loads of different synths within that, and you can swap different components out of each one as well, but I'll not get too techie about that. But you can have like, say, the oscillators of a Moog, and then you can have like the filter section of a Korg, so it's quite good. Top Gear, good evening, Hutch. Could you please tell us a few words about the gorgeous Delos HD? Uh-oh, right, the wood, I'm not sure. But the next that would. The body, Thomas will know. Maybe is it Swamp Ash? Potentially. I can't remember. Because I'm a bit kind of guitar spec ignorant. But it's got the hip shot tuner on it, and the pickups in these are the classics, which I absolutely love. It's tone wood, that's the one. It's tone wood. And it's the colour. It's meant to be a Lambo orange. So it's quite, when you get in the light, there we go. It's quite sparkly. And then silver pickups for the wheels, black scratch plate for the rubber tyres. And that's how it kind of rolls with that one. Oh yes, you just got the missus a new keyboard, very nice. Impact 25, cool. So I mean, for me, I've got like the controller keyboard's like a complete 48 that I have in front of me here, which you can't see, and then I've got the Ableton push there, and there's this other keyboard. I got this out the other day on one of my streams because like I dug it out because I think there's nothing else like this. But this week I am gonna get this out and start doing stuff. I'm gonna plug it in and we're gonna record stuff with this bad boy. Have you ever seen one of these? So this is an OP1 and it's like 8 quirky synth engines in one kind of keyboard, and it looks like cheap, but it's actually made out of titanium. It's really a solid piece of kit. But the quirky thing about this is it's got like an aerial for the radio, and you can kind of plug it in and scan radio channels and then immediately sample whatever you hear on the keypad. So that's pretty quirky, and it runs off a battery. but it's built to Swiss avionic military specifications. This, and apparently it actually works in -40 degrees. So it's quite good if you I don't know, climb up a Mount Everest or something, and you want to make a track. Then got that. But yeah, I used to take that synth to bed with me and write ideas on it. Every day I have to write. I have to create something. That's one of my rules. Yeah, Logic Pro is good. I used Logic Pro for a long time. And they're good at making clocks, also good at making synths. So I used Logic, for a while, and then I moved to Ableton. The reason I like Ableton is it feels more like, even though it's a DAW, it feels more like a instrument, and it's very, very intuitive. And I like the way, the Ableton developers kind of develop the product as well, because they really do listen to the users, and they come up with really, really cool creative ways for us to work. So that's cool. I like that. I'll just check the other things here before I forget what I'm doing, which is actually going to play a ballad, aren't I? So I've done the guitar thing. Alright then. Yeah, Cubase is great as well. They're all actually, I mean, to be at the end of the day, the ovens, aren't they? It's what you're cooking in them that's important. They're just kind of like, a door's just a dumb animal. You just got to put your stuff into it, haven't you, and get it sorted. So really, it's down to the user, isn't it? It doesn't matter what you use. It's just I have a lot of fun on Ableton. It's like a computer game to me. But then I don't play computer games, so there we go. It's what I imagine a computer game to be like. Ballad, right, here we go. Alright, ballad time. A ballad in F sharp minor, which I don't think is the saddest key. Alright, They're off a YouTube channel, these. I can't remember which one, though. That was fun to play on it. I quite like that. Got a bit of the alternate picking going there as well. So, yeah. Really sets a ballad off, doesn't it? Thanks, Troll. Yeah. Alright, so let's have a look at the chat. Just going back. Okay. Play some jazz. God, I wish I could. Not much of a jazz person. Do you make all your back? Yes, absolutely. Apart from these rock ones, I wouldn't make backing like that really. But yes. So all the tracks here I've done are stuff I've made. So let's do one. Let's go back to electronic land. like that tune. It's good fun. Right. How we're doing? Excellent. Well, I'm enjoying this stream. This is great fun. So I think I'll do a few more tunes before going. So Time Prophet, you've got Easy Drummer. Yeah. So yeah, Easy Drummer's good. I use Get Good Drums for live drums. Although saying that, most of my drums are programmed and usually drum machines, or samples from drum machines anyway. And then a lot of processing. And of course, anybody who's wanting to make kind of electronic music and synthwave, on the McRocklin shop, you can actually buy the McRocklin Hutch drum sample library, and it's got all the drums named after all of our tracks. So if you want the snare for Distorted Dreams and the kick, it's all there. Oh, that's good, Troll. If I get the time, I will. Yeah, I will do. Definitely. Because it's nice. It's great having a chat to everybody and actually not being under pressure to create, but just play. It's great. I'm really enjoying this. Nice and relaxed. Nothing's a bother. A few wrong notes isn't the end of the world. So yeah, it's great. I mean that's the great thing about the world today and the internet, isn't it? Like, so when I grew up, my first sort of guitar heroes were Jakey Lee from Ozzy and Eddie Van Halen, and then for a brief moment, Yngwie Malmsteen, which is the thing that like blew my mind as a young kid. Hearing him play, I was just like, how do you do that? But like back then, you didn't see them all the time playing. You saw them at a live gig, or you saw the video, so they just looked like gods, didn't they? And they seemed invincible. But they aren't. Nobody is. And the great thing is we've got this window into everybody's world, and we can actually see the real person and the person making mistakes. And I think people making mistakes and watching them learn is as inspiring as being a god. It really is. Yes, I have a quad cortex. Yeah, I've been disappearing into quad cortex land quite a bit. The other thing I've been getting into, right, which is I'm very surprised at myself, is IRs. It's like a real thing. I've got a fetish for IRs, making them. Well, not making them, but putting them together. So again, there's the Get Good. I've got the I've got both of them. There's the Cali cabs, and that was the one that got me started really. Combining cabs and mics and coming up with tones is just great. And the cool thing, the important thing about IRs is, if you're mixing a track, right, or even in the writing process, and you feel that your guitar is kind of disappearing into the mix, or it needs a different EQ curve to what it's got. Sorry, I don't want to bore everybody and everybody leave me. But rather than kind of getting an EQ and carving something out, it's a lot better to just go to source and change mics, and if you need more top end, use a brighter mic or a different cab, and just find a combination of cabs that actually gets the guitar cutting through the mix before reaching for EQs and things like that. So yes, IRs are very good. But I just make them for a laugh. But I don't have a TV, you see, so okay, let's do something else. What else have we got? I'm going to give Jagar a go. I think it's an F minor. We'll find out. How do you prevent wrist injury? I just get injured and then keep playing. That's it, and then hope it gets better, and it usually does. But actually, you shouldn't have. What you need to know is you need to know how hard to actually play. So there's a good, one tip is for this hand, if you're gonna pick notes, how hard do you need to actually push on the fretboard? So if you start from that, and then you can find out how hard you need to push. That's the first thing. And then the other thing is the wrist injury is, for me, so I don't pick particularly hard. If I want to have a harder pick, I tend to push my hand into the strings. But I'm not physically kind of picking this way harder. And then the other thing I really like doing is the pick planting thing, where you're just kind of keeping the pick really close to the strings. So just that, it's just economy of motion. That's all I'm saying. So the less you're moving, the less likely you're gonna have injuries. And even with the legato, there's a way of hitting the fret to get the notes to ring out. And what it's called hammer only. It doesn't sound great when you're practicing, but it teaches your hand to hit every note really accurately, so that you just get a cleaner sound altogether when you're doing that. So if you watch, I'm doing legato there, hammer-ons and pull-offs, there's not that much movement in my hand. And you can still accent notes. So yeah, Giga, F minor. Oh, where does he come in? And there we go, guys. So, well, it's coming up to 11 o'clock. So, I'm going to head off pretty much soon. So, it was great playing to everybody. I've really, really enjoyed the stream. And, you know, me and Thomas will be back with the McRocklin and Hutch usual stream very soon. I think he's doing something tomorrow, isn't he? So maybe next week we could get something together. Which would be great. And then in the meantime, I'll be up Monday morning, bright and early, and you know, I'll not be in my pajamas. I do actually manage to get dressed, and I'll have my thermos flask with coffee in it, and you know, talking about which, I'm gonna have a cup of tea. Yes, it's been a pleasure, Patrick. It's been great, you know. So yes, I'll have my thermos flask. That's part of the show. Actually, you know, I have a little tea break because it's like working for the council. I'll stop and have tea. So yeah, we've got to get that together. Yeah, the thermos, the Lambo red thermos flask. That's what I want. So yes, guys. So hopefully I'll see you all there on the morning stream, watching me fight the good fight of creativity. So I'll see you guys then. And you know, if you do miss it on the Monday morning, it's best to catch things live. But if you miss it, I'll just leave them all up there so you can watch them. Oh, I haven't got a really strong Newcastle accent. No, it's a bit, you know. Yeah. But I am from the north, you know. That's for sure. Thank you, George. Thanks, everybody, for coming along and supporting me on this channel. It's been absolutely brilliant. And I'll see you all Monday morning, bright and early, 5:30. Let's do it. I'll see you then. Bye.